Warning, the following podcast contains a whole bunch of sitting around, eating some 4 and 20s with some dead horse, talking a bunch of shit about crap no one gives a fuck about. Play the damn song.
A martini, shaken not. Shocking. Positively shocking.
Welcome you to Shaken Not Nerd, the podcast where we talk about movies, video games, comic books, and apparently 4 and 20s dead horses and tinnies.
Oh yeah.
I am one of the three horses, Mr. Dudi, and with me, as always, is the Volvo driving Ian.
I'm just wearing a puffy vest.
You're looking very preppy.
He's looking, very preppery.
Paprika.
Yeah, he's looking like he's literally gone from the countryside in Portsea all the way back
Guys,
to Brighton
just
in his
jealous
Volvo.
because I look like I've got smoney's. Look like. Emphasis on look.
So, you want to buy lunch this week? No, I spent too much money on clothes.
Oh no, I bought a puffer jacket.
And we can't have a show without our good mate over there, Mr. Tommy Tom Cummins.
G'day, mates. How you doing?
Yeah.
We have gotten requests. We have gotten requests that we want to have some more Australian translations.
You get what you pay for, cunts, alright? It's free.
I'm going to have to put in so many beeps over
So
there.
many beats. So many beats.
Shall we go into first? If you've noticed, we've got some new logos.
Oh, the
Have you noticed
we
the
do.
new logos?
Well, have you?
Logo.
Anyone?
I have. Mr. Commons, you can run through the logos. You've done something very particular for those who don't have the keen eye.
The keen eye.
Yes.
Yeah, I also put it out on a Facebook post that we have a different logo per media platform.
Yes.
And we've matched them to the actual colour of it, so they're nice and pretty. So that is on our Facebook, Instagram, podcasting apps, Twitter, and I am forgetting one. That's the one.
So we've got us as 8-bit characters. Tom's done a bang-up job.
Oh, thank you.
He's gotten the very baby blue of Ian's eyes in there.
So
I
baby, so
did
blue.
love, what was it? Ollie's comment about my seedy moustache in our logo.
Even in 8-bit.
That, and we do apologise for no minisode last week, but we wanted to give you all a bit of a bombshell of the new logos, so we held off.
Exactly.
That was a big bomb.
Yeah, I'll give you a big bomb. I'll flop my bomb out and go into man talk.
Unfortunately, we don't have man talk this week.
You don't have.
That was our man talk. It was so manly and talking.
You didn't put it on the soundboard. Did you?
I have no idea where it is. I cannot find it. Because I went through all the other soundboards that we've made, and there's not in there. It cannot be found.
Why don't you just play it from recently played or somewhere in there?
For the love of
Good
God,
luck.
cut out this bit.
Yeah, good luck. Where are you going to find it?
Why would it be in downloads?
Cut out this
I
bit.
challenge you to a dancer.
My freaking
Man talk.
ears!
No trash talk, no backwalk. On the blacktop, just me, you.
Man talk.
No cat calls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now.
Man talk.
My ears.
Mr. Johnson is...
Do you want to do that again? Edit that out.
No,
Yes.
I'm not editing
Again.
it.
Again.
Yes, you are.
Wait. Shh. Silence.
This is not getting put up again because that sounds perfect. I've muted your soundboard. Shall we go into man talk, ladies?
Anybody that wants to complain because their ears are bleeding, please send all correspondence to Alex Dutram on Facebook. Because I don't know your Twitter.
It's not even Alex.
Damn it.
All right.
Doody Dutram. There we go.
Mr. Commons, what is your man talk?
All right, my man talk. So, I am getting very annoyed at Netflix at the moment for not having more seasons of Grimm or Vikings. It's very annoying. I've finished what's available
I'm so
on there.
angry that they don't have those two shows that I don't watch.
You should be.
I've angered the 8-bit moustache.
But no, yeah, I've gotten back into watching Vikings because my partner started watching it again. I've been on and off with that show, so I'm up to date with what's on Netflix, which is they've got the first half of season 3, but not the second half.
What?
Which is
Midway?
a bit odd. But it's so season 1 and 2 are 10 episodes each. Season 3 is 20 episodes, so it's been broken down into 10 episode chunks. But that show is awesome.
Are those hour episodes as well?
Yep.
Fuck. Man.
Are there boobies?
Yes. There are lots of movies. There's about as much.
Suddenly I'm interested.
There's about as much, if not more, than Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a married man.
But yeah, if you haven't, have either of you watched Vikings at all?
Negative.
No.
I would definitely recommend watching it. It's great. It's
great.
The main character is awesome.
Is there lots
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Say that again?
Ragnar Lothbrok.
That sounds like a fucking Star Wars name, right?
He's an actual, you can look it up. It's an actual Viking,
I thought
based
you
on
just stuttered.
historical myth.
Wow.
Is Chris Hemsworth in there?
Yes.
Good. Thor. Viking. Makes sense. Thor's Day. Moving along. Is there anything else for Man Talk, Mr. Commons?
Ended up seeing Wonder Woman again.
Yes?
Because, yes, I went with my partner to see it. Yeah, I still enjoyed it.
Can't change your review now. You've already reviewed it.
No,
No kisses, backsies.
I just guess because in my review I was saying that I'd be interested to see it again to see whether they sort of alluded to Ares being
Yeah.
who he is. Not really.
Not really.
There's a point where he first looks at Wonder Woman when they're first in the same
In the courthouse.
room together. Although, that's actually kind of a spoiler if somebody hasn't seen Wonder Woman.
It's been out for a while now.
It's not that much of a... Yeah, actually it is.
Moving right
places.
along.
All right.
Spoilers. Wait, where's my spoilers?
Cool.
I'm going to stop talking about that. All right, that's it. But it was also interesting to get my partner's opinion on it
And?
as well. No, I think coming out of the cinema, she wasn't sure about it. She was very mixed feelings about it because she felt there was a lot of scenes that were just like close-ups of Gal Gadot's face that were just sort of paused there.
Because she was pregnant at the time of filming.
And she was actually, which was interesting to find out. But she, after discussing it afterwards, she determined that she liked it, and she liked the story, how the story was structured. I think, like, she had a lot of good things to say about the story and how it was all placed together and that sort of thing. Yes. So, what about you?
Mr. Johnson?
I watched a YouTube video this week.
Oh my god.
A whole one.
A whole YouTube video. I'm a big boy. It was a video, I think BuzzFeed did it. And I think 3 guys tried on...
It's called Two Brothers.
Two brothers.
Two Brothers.
I think there were 3 guys, and they tried on lifts in their shoes to be taller.
Of course you watched this.
Have you
course
seen
you
this? Yeah.
Of course you watched this video.
It was funny.
it was perfect. It was for comedy purposes only.
Comedy practices. Yes.
He's checking out it to his shoes.
Can confirm, has lifts.
Do you even lift, Spiro? They sit inside your shoe so it doesn't look like you're wearing heels. They sit it's like, you know how you can put those cushiony bits inside your shoes?
Yeah.
It's like them, but they're like wedges inside your shoes. But anyway,
How do you find...
I don't know.
That'd have to be a pretty big shoe to house that.
Yeah, and I think that was part of the problem as well. They said not every shoe can accommodate that.
That's a big
you
shoe
need
to fill.
high top. It looked like they were all wearing high top basketball shoes. I did you could choose how high you wanted to go. They're mega blocks.
We gotta make you fucking 8 foot. We gotta make
I am a god amongst men.
Shaken on Her, the podcast where we talk about the logistics of putting wedges in shoes.
What happened to toilet paper and shoes?
Oh yeah.
What happened to that?
What happened to putting toilet paper in your bra to make your boobs?
What?
bigger?
Toilet paper and shoes was the thing, or are you making a joke?
I think it was a thing.
That was a thing?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Are you sure you're not thinking about it in your bra?
In your bra.
In your bra. Are you sure, bra?
Fuck off. What else to do besides
Let us know on social media if you think I should buy some platforms for a short video.
Yes, that short video, man.
That'd be fucking
recording next week.
Platforms and a fake tan.
Yes.
Oh, fake tan for next week.
No. But next week we are going to Comic-Con.
Melbourne Comic Con.
And a whole bunch of people are going to be there. Like me, Tom, and Doodrum.
Cosplaying.
Yeah, maybe.
No, we'll make you cosplay.
I don't have anything to cosplay as.
We'll make you a mummy out of fucking quilting.
No.
As I said,
Full play or nothing.
I said you can go as Quado. Simple. You've seen Total Recall, yeah?
He didn't see my thing, that gift that I put up, the picture I put up the other day.
Yeah.
What picture was that?
When you're awake and it lands on your stomach and you fall asleep before wiping it off, and it's a picture of Guado.
I didn't actually see that when I referenced it. Because Ian was asking what to go as, and I'm like, oh, you can hide under my shirt and you can be quiet.
And the plus side is you only pay for one admission. That's it. Moving on. What's your man talk, Didi?
I actually pinched your copy of Bioshock, the collection for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And I started Bioshock Infinite, and 2 days later, fucking smashed it.
Fucking smash, bro.
So I finished Bioshock Infinite, and at first I was like, boring, but then I got like, oh my God. Like, I actually had to Google the twist because I didn't know what the twist really meant. I'm like,
I finished it pretty late at night when I finished it the first time, and I couldn't sleep. I was like, there's too much happening in my head. Too many thoughts.
so
You
that
played
was...
it, haven't you, Tom?
Yeah. I had to do the same thing. When it finished, I was like,
What?
I'm just go on Reddit here and let the internet explain what happened.
Yeah, it's exactly what I did. I went onto YouTube and started watching YouTube videos. Also, a couple of weeks ago, we had a board game night, and a colleague of ours recommended watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm already in season 3 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I fucking love it.
I just can't believe that you haven't watched it before.
Yeah.
I just saw it and I just went, like, I saw, like, the Netflix recommends watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I went, and then, like, people were quoting it. I'm like, this sounds a little bit funny. And then Terry is my fucking favourite character. Terry loves yoga.
They roll, baby. They roll.
No, we can't get a damn SUV.
Oh, in my opinion, that show is the best comedy that's come out in a long time.
It's
I
fucking
love.
hilarious.
It was one of the early episodes when he's building his daughter like a.
Is Princess
Princess
Castle.
Castle.
Why does it have wheels?
Yeah, so random.
And then Charles builds it and he puts a police siren in it. It's so loud. Such a good show. Other than that, honeymoon planning, cosplays, video games. Oh, we bought Dead by Daylight. We. So me, Mr. Johnson, 2 colleagues of ours bought Dead by Daylight, and 3 of us played it on Friday. Mr. Johnson did not, because he forgot to buy it too soon, and he left it down.
I allowed enough time. I just didn't allow enough time for my internet. I don't know what happened.
Good work.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
I went
You're
to
a
play
credit to your race.
And this guy wants to buy an Xbox One X. He never plays a double Xbox. I'm going to buy a third car.
I play
I'm going to buy a
games.
third car. I don't have a license.
I just don't like playing with you.
Oh, yeah.
Burn.
You don't play with anyone else.
Thanks, Tom.
Birds just let it pop.
I've been playing Uncharted 4, thank you very much. Nearly finished it. Finally, a year after I got it given to
finished
me.
it?
Nearly finished it.
Anyway, moving along, let's go into the news. Now, Mr. Johnson, do you have your soundboard ready?
I might. It's somewhere. It's gone.
Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor, Ron Burgundy.
Mr. Johnson, why don't you start off with the news first?
All right, very well. All right, let's kick things off with the movie news. Black Panther trailer. I didn't particularly think the trailer was that great. But... Anybody? Thoughts?
I liked it.
All right.
That's all right.
Moving on. Danny Elfman to do music for Justice League.
Very exciting.
New X-Men movie Dark Phoenix to involve space. Fassbender, McAvoy, and Lawrence is back. Simon Kinberg to direct. Never directed. He's a producer at Fox, so this movie will be great. Simon wrote X-Men Last Stand. Great movie. And produced First Class. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Wrote and produced Days of Future Past. Produced
Fantastic Four.
Produced Deadpool. Wrote, produced Apocalypse, and produced Lagan. No power. Thank you.
Lagging?
Lagan. Gotta paint that Lagan.
Move along.
Rumor that Man of Steel 2 will introduce Supergirl and the villain will be Brainiac. Rumor the story will be written by
Can you not read like a
Jeff
fucking moron?
Johns and Zack Snyder. Moving on. Han Solo film now to be directed by Ron Howard because everybody else has dropped out. Apparently, also Han Solo is Ace Ventura in space.
Which is why they got the boot. Das Boot.
Das Boot.
A colleague of ours wants to know if, now that Ron Howard is directing Han Solo, will there be a talking pie and they travel back in time for some reason?
I hope so.
That'd be
His
nice.
best friend's a talking pie. It's no longer Chewbacca. We rewrote him out.
For pie. All right, Batman Returns turns 25. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World 2. Tagline is life finds a way. Oh, that's one big pile of shit.
Good luck rating this one.
And Spider-Man. Sony/Marvel confusion. Amy Pascal and Kevin
Feige.
Feige?
Yes.
Do you pronounce it in the end?
Feige.
Yeah, Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige.
Feige.
My God,
Feige.
Ian.
His lovely lady lumps. Said the Venom film is a Sony project and takes place in their own world. Though, in a recent interview, Sony Amy Pascal has said, while those movies will all take place in the same world... While all those movies will take place in the same world that they are creating for Peter Parker, they will be adjunct to it. It may be different locations, but it will still be the same world, and they will be connected to each other as well. Kevin Feige was sitting next to Amy during this interview, and the look in his face is amazing. Say goodbye to Sad Affleck and take a look at Kevin's face.
I don't know why. For some reason, I just have this urge to hit you right
Yeah.
Done. News is done.
A big urge to hit him. When he doesn't know what he's reading, he puts on an accent. Well, those movies will turn out.
It was a good podcast for later. You can just delete me out of that thing, yeah? Get back.
All right, TV news. All right, not a lot as always.
Stop
but
doing that
first up,
stupid
we
voice.
have...
Oh, that's your
Stop wearing that
voice.
stupid man suit.
Take those lips out of your shoes.
First up we have TV series in the John Wick universe is coming called The Continental. It will focus on hitmen and assassins in the hotel. That's exciting, and I know
That's a pretty
you're
cool
all
idea.
excited.
I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't particularly want John Wick in it, but yeah.
I think he's going to appear just as like cameos here and there. I don't, but it's going to be, I think, a rotating roster.
I don't think he should at all.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to.
I don't think he needs to.
And it depends on which continental they're going to be focusing on, whether it's going to go from continental to continental to continental.
Yeah, true.
That'd be cool. I would like to see the US one because of the two main, the manager and the receptionist, if you will. I'm not too sure what his title is.
Don't know. Moving on to the next one, though. We have HBO to make a Watchmen TV series.
Not interested.
Not interested?
I didn't like the movie.
I'm just thinking maybe they'll do... I think the subject matter had enough content to warrant a TV show as opposed to the movie. So I think
Yeah,
a
I
TV
agree.
show has more potential than the movie did.
It'd be interesting to see what actors they get, because have any of them really done that much since?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan's gone on to do Walking Dead. He's Negan on The Walking Dead. Jackie Earl Haley was Freddy Krueger.
And he hasn't done much since. He was in Preacher, Season 1. That's about it that I know of.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be curious to see how it goes, but HBO are normally pretty good with casting anyway.
Yeah,
so I'm sure it'll
HBO
be.
has
Sean
some
Bean
money.
will be in there somewhere and he'll die.
Speaking of Sean Bean, we have Game of Thrones trailer 2 has dropped.
Good trailer.
Yeah, great trailer.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we've definitely all seen it.
Moving along.
Lastly,
Move along.
the Sherlock creators to create a Dracula TV show.
Dracula. Yes.
Which
Stop doing the stupid voice, guys.
we didn't do it for 5 minutes straight.
It's like maybe 4. I don't know.
Really need to get some new chairs in here because all you can hear is Tom squeaking chair.
I can't stop moving.
It's just a rabbit having sex at the corner. Yeah, I reckon that'll
Rabbits
be
are
good.
made out of wood.
Good old Porky.
Good old Porky. Yeah, I reckon that'll be good.
Yeah.
I really like the Sherlock TV series, and the writing's really smart.
Incredibly smart. Like, some of those episodes, you're just like, wow, how do people think of this?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hopefully they bring that intelligence to Dracula.
Sherlock's real good.
I'm sure they will.
He won't watch it. The amount of times I've told Dutron to watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it!
Watch it. And then a little bit of overacting by the guy who plays Maserati. Ooh.
Maserati.
Maserati? Is it Maserati?
Maserati.
That's a car.
What's his
Ferrari.
name? What's his name?
Lamborghini.
Volvo.
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
Moving along.
Carbonara.
We also had...
What's his name? It's going to bother me now.
let's just leave his name alone. I don't give a fuck. Mr. Johnson, we also had
Fine.
some very sad news this week, or the past 2 weeks.
Moriarty.
That's the one.
It just came to me.
What the fuck?
Such sad
How did you get
news.
Maserati and Moriarty?
There's going to be so much hate for you. This is
Just
great.
said that during like the remembrance bit.
Maserati. Spaghetti.
It was close.
Oh,
Go on. Sorry. Yes, some very sad news. Wow.
Adam West passed away.
Yes.
Very, very unfortunate. Go on, play your sound.
Should I play it? Yeah. In remembrance.
Singing is contagious. I'll sing too.
Adam West, Adam West. A little bit softer now. Adam West, Adam West. Adam West, Adam West. I'll come out when they're all gone.
And let's hope that he does.
So he did unfortunately pass away. But the cool thing that Los Angeles did do was they lit the bat signal on the LA Town Hall.
It was pretty
and
cool.
it was amazing. Burt Ward came out and gave a speech. Who played Robin in the Batman television show? Large amount of DC reps were there. I believe Jim Lee was there. Had big wig for DC when it comes to drawing and designing.
Yep.
So it was very, very nice and very touching. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was a
sounds
lot of
it.
people's Batman.
Yes. Probably
Yeah,
not
for sure.
our generation, but like he's done that much stuff even in our generation. Obviously, Family Guy.
He's the DC Stan Lee, I would say. If you think about it, because Stan Lee is like, everyone's like, oh, it's Stan Lee, and it's like, well, Adam West is Batman.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And that
That
was-
creepy old guy that appears in the background.
I will tell you this, Tristan, Marvel is better than DC when it comes to an iconic person such as Stan Lee, but we did have Adam West. Sorry, Tristan. I do want to meet this guy. I'm going to get punched in the face.
No, you won't. He's lovely.
Okay.
No, I'll definitely have him on. I was talking to him last night, actually, and saying that he should come on sometime.
He's got to bring his nunchucks and everything.
Battle Royale.
I've got a hammer and a shield. That'll be fine.
I
Anyways,
choose my own claws. Go.
we're going to have to... This big piece of news is making up our whole episode this week, and that is, of course, EB Games have actually gone bankrupt. No, it's E3. It's E3, the Electronics Expo. For those of you who don't know what E3 are, and there are some who don't, like Mr. Bradley J. They're essentially Comic-Con for video games instead of comic books. So they do the big reveals of video games and consoles and 4K. Have you got a sound clip for the
We'll
start of
just
this?
do the one I was going to do. It's an outro.
Fine.
E3.
Alrighty then, because that's the official sound of E3.
Yes.
But we're going to move on to E3. Go through
A week late, but we're there.
It is a week.
Better late than never.
But you know what? The good thing is E3 is over. For some people reporting E3, it's like, what's day 2 of E3? Well, it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Well, now it's over.
we're just going to wait till the fog clears. pick up the scraps of what's left.
But
Kick them all there down.
yes.
Because that's the kind of reporting we do around here.
Now I'm going to go in order from
That's
what's...
some timely news.
I'm going to go in order from what's on the list here, and I'm going to go with EA. Now, if Mr. Johnson isn't paying attention, he's not going to hit the soundboard
Are
quickly,
you
and I'm
ready?
not going to edit it.
EA.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Correct. I
And
only
it
have
is in the game.
I only have 2 things noted down for EA. Good job. We had... no, it was just me. I noted Need for Speed Payback is the most recent Need for Speed game coming out. And it's essentially Fast and the Furious, so it includes on-road heists.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's what Need for
That's
Speed
cool.
was.
Pretty much.
Pretty
Although-
much. It's pretty much Need
Cops
for
and
Speed.
Watching the introduction to that was a bit painful.
Yeah.
The guy who they got on, what was it, some Instagram famous person? I don't know, they had someone actually sitting there introducing the game who was incredibly camera shy. And just, like, shut down in front, talking to them. And he's like,
See ya.
And here's the executive director of blah, blah, blah. And passed over the mic to him and sort of, like, was just standing there, like, just staring at the camera.
Oh, no.
It was not a good introduction to the game.
Oh, God.
Just see this wet patch go down. Oh, no.
They should have had the guy from, I've forgotten the actor's name, Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad come out because he was in the Need for Speed movie.
Oh, that
Go,
was...
yo,
he
bitch,
would've-
we got ourselves a new game, yo. It would have been awesome.
He would have actually been pretty good. I don't actually know who this guy was. I should have checked.
Should have. It's not like we're a news podcast. But my big news for EA, and of course I jizzed all over it and I took a look at every video I could, was Battlefront 2 gameplay trailer and gameplays. It looks so fucking good.
It does. Peel your jeans off good.
It very much does.
So pretty.
There's no weapon customization in the first game, so this one's got, you can add scopes and clips and change your firing rate and all that sort of stuff. The first game was
Oh,
just...
that actually bothers me.
Really?
I don't like that.
Ah.
No, well, because I want them to be more like the original ones. Which this one sort of does look like with having the third, like some of those third-person shots that they had.
Because you can play in third person on the original one. Oh, the original one.
Yeah, but it
meaning the
didn't
one that
seem to
came out a couple
capture
years
the same look,
The essence.
the essence. Whereas this one seemed to look like it.
Okay.
And it was very, very pretty.
We got some.
It does look
We got some gameplay video of normal clone troopers and the standard battle droids, and they seem to have a bit more of a sort of roaming commentation when they're playing, like, you know, grenade coming in and fire and all that sort of stuff, which is kind of cool. And then there's pickups that let you play as jump troopers and the super battle droids. And then we got to see Darth Maul gameplay and some Rey gameplay as well, which actually looks pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the Rey gameplay, to be honest.
Rey's
I don't
very
know,
supportive.
Yeah,
she
not
looks like a support. But Darth Maul's like, I will fucking own you all.
Yeah.
Darth Maul's just like, he's a fidget spinning in.
Yeah, did you see that video where they
Yeah,
put
Tom
him in-
tagged me on it.
Oh, really?
Well, he's been tagging me in every single fidget spinner thing he's seen, so I've decided I'm going to repay the favour.
Did you see my comment? This looks like a game for you, Tom.
Well, to be honest, it does look like a game for me. I want it now. Like, I think even a couple of episodes ago, 1 or 2, I said that I wasn't really interested in this game because of the first one. But after actually seeing all this stuff for it, I really want this game.
It looks
I'm
awesome.
still gonna wait and see what the reviews are like because I was let down by the first game. I've been broken before.
Moving right along, Mr. Johnson, soundboard at the ready.
Are you ready?
You ready?
4K.
Okay.
All right.
Exclusive.
So,
4K.
this is my personal opinion.
4K?
Shut up. The Microsoft conference was my favorite conference. Yes, they did say 4K way too fucking much, but it was my favorite out of all of them.
To be completely honest with you, from what I've seen of most of them, they're all kind of disappointment to me.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great E3, but then again,
When was the last great one?
yeah, exactly. That's
Precisely.
what my point was going to be. Is that E3 it hasn't been that great in a while, at least.
So, we got the reveal of the Scorpio, now formerly known as the Xbox One X.
That you get in your Xbox One Xbox?
Yes, because if you think about it,
love that picture.
so many people's like minds are breaking. They're like, "Oh my god, Xbox, box, One, O, X, it spells Xbox." Really, marketing.
Amazing.
Then we got the reveal of Forza Motorsport 7 with the. It's not an Xbox press briefing without the reveal of a new car. So they revealed a new Porsche,
And
which
the crowd went wild. They loved
this is also, I think, because
Hooray!
car.
A car!
it's a big deal for Forza because they actually weren't allowed Porsche in their video games. Porsche didn't want to be in racing video games because they didn't want to see their cars damaged because it's a bad marketing thing for them if there's a
that's
picture
right.
of a Porsche crashing into a wall.
Oh, okay.
So now they've got, I believe, a 6-year deal with Forza to allow them to have them in the game. So this is sort of a big deal for Forza.
And they are very pretty racing games. They are quality
Magic.
racing games, I will say. They're probably the best racing game that's out at the moment that I can think of off the top of my head.
And that game has more than 700 cars. And the gameplay of it looks fucking pretty.
Imagine how
what
good
it
that's
does.
going to look in 4K.
Moving
As
along.
an exclusive in 4K.
Shut up. The Xbox One X will cost $650 Australian dollars, and it is about 2.5 about 2.5 size. It's 2 times and a half the size of a Nintendo Switch.
2 times and a half.
2.5 times.
Yes. So it's
the smallest Xbox ever.
it's one of the smallest consoles as well, and it is also the most powerful console in the world.
And what's it capable of?
By far.
Shut up, Tom.
True 4K.
We've got original Xbox games coming to backwards compatibility, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Well, I'm actually just curious, just as we're going through on the Scorpio there, were you two as disappointed as I was with it in general?
Well, the look of the console itself, I was a little disappointed. I thought it was going to look a little different, but the specs, I'm not disappointed.
I don't know, because when they were going on about Project Scorpio and I was hearing all these things about it, I was getting really excited for it. I thought it was going to be something
It's
different.
a console the shape of a scorpion.
But I wasn't... I was expecting...
Scorponok terror.
Stings.
I would actually love that so much. It's a Scorpion console.
You have to try really carefully with the disc in those stings your head.
That's how you charge the controllers. The controllers are the claws. So you like
Oh,
click
but
them
that
in on the
would be so
side.
good. You just place the disc on top, and then the Scorpion tail comes down
Oh,
in
it's
the
like a
middle,
record
and then
player.
just starts
You know what, though? Yeah, like a record player. The most annoying thing is going to be is some kid's going to knock it over and snap the tail off.
Oh, God. My tank.
You see, Microsoft should hire us.
Yeah. Quality marketing.
We'll call it the Scorponok.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was going to be mid-cycle next gen, so they were going to like step it up heaps again. I didn't realize that it was going to just be the next step of the same one. Although it's, I don't know.
It's
It's
a
still an Xbox
mid-cycle
One.
upgrade.
Yeah.
It's
Still
not.
an
It's
Xbox
not a
One.
new console.
Well, that's what I was expecting, because when it was because I felt like having it as Project Scorpio was talking it up a lot.
Yeah.
And like, yes, it is the most powerful console, and it is probably a big deal, but
I actually read, I think it was this morning, that Titanfall 2, at some points, because it has to sit at 4K, at some points it was hitting 6K.
Wow.
really.
Yeah.
But the
So
thing,
it's fucking powerful.
but the thing that I've heard from people, well, the concerns I've heard from people is that they've said a lot about 4K, but nothing about frames per second. Like, which is something that a lot of people care
Yeah,
about.
it's true.
And a lot of, especially PC gamers, if you want to get them to ever touch a console, they're going to want at least their, 60 FPS?
Whatever.
Yeah, I think it should. I think majority of games should, with those stats, that it's actually, the capabilities it has.
I think it's pending on the game as well. I think Destiny is only going to be 30 frames per second because you'll have people who are playing it on a normal Xbox One and then people playing it on the One X.
I'm pretty sure
It'll be hard to keep up.
Crackdown, they said, was 30 as well.
Crackdown, and that actually moves on to our next business. Good segue there, Mr. Tom. Crackdown will release with the Xbox One X on November 7, and we had the opening trailer from Terry Crews, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, that game looks real crap down.
Apparently, the game actually looks pretty ugly, but apparently the gameplay is pretty fun.
Well, if it's
It's
anything
fun to be
like
had in the
the other
game.
ones. The other ones are pretty fun.
The game was fun, but this game does not look pretty.
It does not look pretty. It looks like a bag of shit. And why release it with the Xbox X? Because you'd think you'd want something that would showcase how pretty it is. Like, unless they're going to re-release a whole bunch of games that are pretty at that exact release date as well. Like Organized for The Witcher or something else pretty as well to be released on that day.
just
So
The
is
Witcher.
this the one? Is this a
But it's
One
the
X
pretty game.
exclusive, or is it on both?
No, it'll just say Xbox One at the top. If you put it in a Scorpio, it'll perform better.
Okay, but so
that
are
they
they
won't be-
having
they won't be
exclusives that are only using that power there?
I don't know yet. Probably not. We have Metro Exodus coming. I took a look at the gameplay trailer of that, and that looks semi-okay.
I am actually really interested. I thought it looked really good. But again, it's hard to tell because that's like a post-rendered kind of
And it's
gameplay footage.
linear, yeah.
Well, Metro Last Light, that was the last one, yeah? That was...
One of Exodus.
The first one was really good.
There was Last Light, and there was a date,
2143 or something.
2143. Well, the last one, I played a little bit of it, and a couple of my friends had it, and it was a really good game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it got as much credit as it should have got.
I know
but
the
it
first game
performed
got a lot
really
of
bad
credit.
on consoles.
Yeah. Well, theoretically, this one shouldn't. Because 4K.
If you buy the new console.
Yeah. But no, it looked really pretty.
Moving along, we've got more Sea of Thieves gameplay, which looks pretty fun. New game from Rare, the guys that did Banjo. We've got...
And it looks meh.
It looks pretty good.
It looks meh.
Battlegrounds...
Yep.
Battlegrounds coming to Xbox One.
Pretty excited for that. That should be fun.
We have new avatars coming to the Xbox One, new
Fucking
designs.
finally, like halfway through a life cycle.
They look pretty cool, though, I will say. And the big game reveal was Anthem from EA Games. It was semi-teased at the EA show, but then it was revealed on the Microsoft stage, and it looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
It is done by BioWare, and it is written by the guy who did Knights of the Old Republic, the guys who did Mass Effect. It's going to be fucking awesome.
My chair is sticky.
The game looks really pretty.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing that with a bunch of mates, being like, cool, I'm stuck on this level, and then, friends dropping in and helping me out and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. It sounds like it's got a lot of really good talent behind it. So.
Let's hope that it delivers what it's showcasing, though, and it's not another one of those games where you get so excited for it and then on release it's an empty kind of game.
Yeah.
Disappointing, and they've downscaled the look of everything.
So most games in the last year.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I'm worried about, that it's going to continue that trend and just be like, oh, yeah, we promised you this game and you pre-ordered, you sucker.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like most of the big AAA titles in the last 2 years have been somewhat disappointing, at least in some way.
And I'm not sure if that's because I hope so much of it after seeing the trailer, or that
I think they
actually
overpromise.
are disappointing. I think it is as well, and that's my worry, is that with this game, they're overpromising how good this is going to be. We don't know much of the gameplay of it yet. All we've seen is how pretty the game is, really. So we don't really have a good feel for how good it's going to be.
Well, moving along from Microsoft, Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
Soundboard at the ready.
Which one? Okay. Ready? Go.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
That'll do.
Wait.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
I used to be a gamer like you. Then I took a Bethesda to the knee.
Then you took your girlfriend to the nuts. Is what you So with Bethesda, they didn't reveal too much, in at least in my opinion. We got Fallout 4 VR coming.
There's pretty much nothing Bethesda that really interested me that much.
Doom VR coming.
Which isn't even really Doom.
They're putting...
It's a special game for VR.
Yeah.
You just kind of teleport. You have to look and teleport to an area to shoot. I fucking hate it when games do that.
But I've played some VR games. PAX last year I played one where you had to do that. You had to use a button to teleport, because obviously you can't just walk there.
Yeah.
And I was fine with it. You get used to it. It's not bad at all.
Why don't they have it so that you can just control with your controller and look around with your controller?
They did that on Star Wars Battlefront on the PlayStation. If you had the PlayStation VR, you can put it onto VR mode and actually play first person.
Well, that's
VR.
what I played. I also played while I was there, one of the ones for PlayStation. I don't remember what game it was or whether it was a demo. We were essentially shooting spiders, and you had like the gun. You were holding like a fake sort of gun sort of thing.
The light gun sort of thing.
And that had an analog stick on it, which walked you around.
And did it work well, or...?
Yeah, it worked fine. So you're right, I think. I'm surprised that they haven't actually just used the analog sticks on there.
Maybe Doom's just too much for it to handle.
Although that being said, being on the actual Omni treadmill, which I was on, the one that you actually wear shoes and it tracks your movement, that was the most fun ever.
Oh, I want one.
I want one so bad. Someone give me $2,000. I need a Vive and an Omni treadmill.
That's the greatest way to lose weight.
Well, they're making arcades for them.
Oh, that would be
Apparently,
good.
there's one opening. I think down your way, actually.
Oh, really?
Ian's way.
Not
yeah.
surprising.
I'll have to go down Ian's way. Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch is coming.
Yes.
This game came out fucking years ago, and they're like, "Hey, we've got Skyrim.
So sick of Skyrim getting re-released.
Make a new one."
Yeah. But yeah, it does have like
It's got-
you put on here.
It's got Zelda gear. If you put the Zelda amiibo onto the Switch,
And then you
it gets you a chest,
shield.
and it opens up, makes a sound effect, and it gets you the sword, the shield, and the cloaks.
But why? But why?
Because Nintendo.
Money, 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 money. We got now. This was a new game. At least for me, it was a decent one. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus has been announced and will be releasing October 27.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed the most recent Wolfenstein game.
New Order.
Yeah, yeah.
I never finished it, but it was an alright game.
I actually really,
And this one
really
was
enjoyed
good
it.
fun.
It was probably, in my opinion, it was probably the best first-person shooter I've played in a very long time. I
There haven't
really
been
enjoyed
many.
that game.
They're good first-person shooters are a bit few and far between. Maybe some people would disagree and say Far Cry or Fallout, but
Well, this game is an actual sequel, so it
Less
follows.
RPG.
Yeah, they're more.
It's got the Nazi woman who essentially gets inside this big mech warrior sort of machine in the first one, and you grab her by the face and you smash her head in it. It like rips her jaw off, and you throw her into a tree, and you think she's dead, and she's alive, and she's like, yeah, it looks pretty fucking cool.
I just like the little drug gecko-y thing. Was it like that character in the trailer for this one where he's like fucking on acid or something, and he sees this little like cartoony like lizard? It's so funny.
We got the Evil Within 2 that's coming. I didn't play the first.
I didn't play the first one either.
I
didn't know that it got enough kind of good reviews to justify a sequel, because I
think it was written by the guy.
remember when it came out, people were like really hyped for it, and then were like,
But that's what I think it was. I think it was successful off the hype train.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people pre-ordered, a lot of people bought it day one, and then all the reviews came out that went, this game's shit.
Yeah, and that's why I'm just surprised that they even bothered to make a sequel. Like, yes, they might have made their money, but
who knows? Maybe they will learn from their mistakes. And one game series that I cannot stand at fucking all is Dishonored.
Why?
I hate Dishonored.
And hate is gonna hate.
I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. I'm not a big fan of the semi-open sort of not platforming, but the semi-sandbox levels, and you can go by different approach. And the world doesn't interest me. It's just, no. And I keep listening to podcasts where it's like, buy Dishonored 2, it's so good. I'm like, no, I hated the first one. I'm not touching it.
I actually quite enjoyed the first one, and I thought the world was quite interesting, because that's, don't they run on like whale blubber or something? Is that that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's
steam
weird,
pump,
yeah.
except whale
Here's the
whale
thing,
pump.
I love Bioshock,
Pump.
and everyone
Punk.
always says it's like Bioshock, but I can't get into Dishonored. I don't know why. I love Bioshock, but I just can't do Dishonored.
No, fair enough.
Pickle.
And everyone just keeps telling me to do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do
Moving
it.
along, Mr. Johnson.
Sony.
What have I got?
That whole wait for that. Ready? One more time.
What have I got?
Okay.
Yes.
We've got a new Gran Turismo Sport was revealed for Sony. Now, to be honest, skimmed over Sony so quickly, I'm not a big Sony man.
It's because you don't have a PlayStation.
It's because I don't care. Knack 2 will be released.
Why? Why is it getting a sequel, Dutram? Why is Knack 2 getting a sequel?
That's another one. Why is that getting a sequel?
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Because I specifically remember this getting really bad reviews. Should I look it up right now?
Well, to be fair, they tried to sell it as a console seller.
Yeah, they tried. It was
It was
an exclusive when the PlayStation 4 came out, wasn't it? And it was in all the TV commercials here.
It's like,
Yeah, it was like the kiddie thing to sell the console. 5.9 on IGN, 54% on Metacritic.
I reckon it's selling to kids.
Mind you,
Yeah.
I reckon parents are buying it for their kids and just being like, here you go, play this game. This looks
Yeah,
good.
you
This
can't-
looks good.
don't cheat your friends.
A second one's coming out. We can change it up a bit.
or did Sony not give enough money to IGN?
Maybe.
This is the greatest Call of Duty game in years. Like, you must buy it. Shit. We got Matterfall August 15, which is an over-the-top arcade-style game. Matterfall follows a unexpected hero fighting for survival on a ravaged sci-fi world infected by mysterious and deadly alien material known as smart matter.
A clever name.
Yes. Using agility and powerful weaponry, you must explore this new world and utilize your own control over smart matter to uncover the Look, it's over the top. I'm not touching it.
How clever.
I'm not a big fan of over the top games.
I didn't actually see this one. I don't know how I missed this one. Because I did watch everything else PlayStation, but I didn't see anything about Matterfall.
We got Call of Duty World War II coming. To be honest, my favourite Call of Duty game was The World at War, so I may pick this up because I like the World War II setting. But there is controversy at the moment going on with having custom characters and multiplayer and being
heard
able
of this.
to portray your multiplayer avatar as a female. And a lot of people are going, well, there were no women in World War II. And it's like, well, there were no fucking pink guns in World War II either,
Yeah.
but here we are.
Money.
Exactly. There's also, with World War II, they're not calling them Nazis, I don't believe. I think they're calling them the Iron
German.
Cross.
Yeah, which is the original name for Germans from World War One. It's just their military name,
Yeah.
which is interesting. But
Yeah.
I think because with previous or more recent previous Call of Duty games, you can have celebrities do the voiceovers for the game. I think you can purchase them as optionals, and you don't really want to have, a celebrity like Snoop Dogg going, the Nazis are winning. I don't think that would really go well.
why not?
It's that, but
It's been
It's a historic thing. It's a thing
exactly.
that's happened. Like, why is that?
I don't understand.
Why
it
would you
either.
also pay
that is
extra money for
literally-
extra sound effects?
That's
as well?
like the censorship.
Yeah, that's so fucking PC. I don't know.
That is
Get over it.
that is why I'm not
All the
a
SJWs.
And all those other
Social
acronyms.
Justice Warriors.
Fucking acronyms, man.
Oh, no one else do that? Okay.
Nope.
Social Justice Warriors.
This game I'm very interested in.
Go for it.
God of War 4. Haven't played 1, 2, or 3.
Haven't
but
you?
God damn, does this game look pretty?
This is the first time you can buy it.
Why, dude? You should go and get the
I really
collection
should.
pack
I should.
of 1, 2, and 3.
I think
That's all you need. You
I
don't
played
need
a
any
little
others.
bit of one of them. I can't remember which one. But I quite like the look of this one, not just because it's extremely pretty, but because it's changed the view. It's a very third-person, more story-orientated
Yeah,
looking game.
because the God of War games
Yeah.
play a lot similar to Devil May Cry in relation to this. It's button bashing,
Yeah.
combo-y, and
Whereas
smashing
this
buttons
one's a
and
bit
stuff.
more like... what's a good way to put it? What's that? Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
But I thought the last one was meant to be the last one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the last one, and now that there's no more Greek gods, you have Norse gods.
Ooh.
I kind of like that.
I like that too.
I think this would be
Stealing your
really...
PlayStation.
He
Maybe
doesn't,
we should do a game night.
he doesn't play it.
We should do a game night.
You can take it.
Guys, let's do a game now. I'm getting Crash Bandicoot. I don't give a fuck
and
if
the-
none of you want to play
Yeah,
it.
my mate's having a launch party.
I was going to do that as well.
The one game I will say I did actually quite like is Spider-Man coming for PlayStation. Now, this looks fucking great. It looks essentially like the Batman games, but replace Batman with Spider-Man. It looks like the same combat mechanics and the Predator system and all that sort of stuff. It looks
I'm
pretty fun.
glad they've
I
really
was-
polished this game, which is good. I'm just waiting kind of to see the kind of response it gets.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I was watching the gameplay for it, and I am quite excited for it. And if they can recapture the magic of Spider-Man 2,
Yeah.
Yes, Spider-Man 2 was the greatest.
yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is in
2's
the
rated up
movie
there with one.
too?
Yeah, the
well, the
movie
movie
video
game.
game. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Spider-Man 2.
I wasn't
the
sure if
movie
you're talking
video
about that or you're talking about Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
No,
Because that was a good game too.
Spider-Man 2, the movie game, was if I'm not mistaken, the first open world, one of the first open world
I
superhero
played-
games.
I played the first one,
Was-
based on the first movie, but I didn't play the
The
second one.
second one was, and that was they introduced
Very-
the mechanic of you can only web swing onto buildings. You don't shoot
Yeah.
it into the sky; it has to attach onto a building.
Yeah.
So if you go out in the middle of Central Park, you're not swinging past tree lines.
Yeah, so it's rated up there with some of the best video games of all
Yeah.
time.
I've still got Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro from PlayStation 1 in its plastic because I had 2 copies of it, and now there's just one sitting there in
Those
plastic.
games actually were awesome.
I know, they were so
I had
good.
the first one, and I played through it so many times.
Yeah, it's kind of like
The first one ended with
cartoony,
Carnage,
it's great.
Doctor Octopus Carnage, isn't it? And he was chasing you down a corridor.
Yeah, and you partner up with Venom.
That's it.
And Venom wants to surf the web. Surf the web, surf the web.
Moving right along to your mates, Mr. Johnson.
Nintendo. Don't let that sound fool you. It was probably one of the better of E3.
Go for it. Do you want to lead this
That's
one?
not saying a lot.
Yeah, it's not a lot to compare to, but it is pretty good actually. For those who are big Nintendo fans, there's a couple of big things in here that you would have been very happy with. Rocket League confirmed for Nintendo Switch. Nintendo's also confirmed that they're all in on the cross-platform now. We're
They're
just
doing
waiting on
cross-platform.
Sony.
They're doing cross-platform with Xbox, so that is going to happen. Sony's going, no, we don't want to do cross-platform.
Did you hear about Sony's reason why?
No.
It's such bullshit. They're saying that they're trying to protect their gamers because when people are gaming with their consoles, they can control it and they're protected by them. But essentially, they're saying we don't trust, cross-platforming with Microsoft or Nintendo because we can't control them and keep them safe. Fucking Nintendo's doing it.
Nintendo, the most secure gaming company, is doing it.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
This is why I don't like Sony.
Sony's good, but
Moving on.
it's bullshit. All right, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 trailer and release date of holiday 2017. I never really got into Xenoblade, but this looks very pretty. Mm-hmm. New Kirby game coming 2018. Who loves Kirby? Raise your hand. Nobody's raising their hand. Kirby's a fun game. It's not really my cup of tea, but
No, not either. And
it's good fun. I hope it's
some of them have been good from what I've read.
some of them are good. They're very hit and miss for me. But if it's a multiplayer kind of one of those ones where you can play on the same screen with local co-op kind of thing, like Mario Brothers was and that kind of thing, that would be good fun.
Yes.
New core Pokemon RPG coming to Switch. They're finally fucking doing it. How good will that be?
That'll be great.
A Pokemon
That will be
RPG
great.
on an actual console. I've been waiting for this since fucking Pokemon Stadium.
We got Pokemon Coliseum. No, was it Coliseum on Nintendo GameCube?
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
This is
I mean,
okay.
like, yeah, this is like a full RPG game walking around through the grass. What Pokemon is on your fucking Nintendo.
I've just got this image of like Zelda, except you walking around and you seeing Pokemon through the grass. That would be awesome.
That would be so good. I just hope that they actually do that and they don't take an easy way out and make it like still top view Nintendo Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
Like Game Boy Pokemon, rather. I hope that it's proper, like, third-person RPG.
Okay.
That would be really good.
Metroid Prime 4 announced. People have been waiting for Metroid fucking games for so long, and in this one, you get two. We've got Metroid Prime 4 coming. Mm-hmm. So, for those who don't know the difference, Metroid Prime is like the first-person shooter kind of version of the Metroid gaming universe, and then you've got the Metroid...
Samus.
Yeah. Well, that one is a 3DS game, which is a remake of, I believe, the original, just remastered and everything.
Okay.
So you get two. And new Yoshi game coming 2018.
I like Yoshi.
Like them.
Lick 'em?
Like them.
Bram.
He's so much better than that.
Moving along.
Fire Emblem Warriors coming fall 2017.
Moving along.
Zelda DLC on its way, including Master Difficulty, new armor, and Majora's Mask, June 30.
Is that paid for a difficulty setting? That's not on.
Yeah, I think so.
That's not on.
Yeah, but that's not the main thing of it. The main thing is that you're getting the Master Trials, unless you meant Master Trials, because I haven't seen anything about difficulty. We could have been wrong.
Oh, is it Master Trials?
Could be.
I don't know, moving along.
Yes, anyway, there's a Master Trials that's going to be coming with the DLC, which is kind of like the shrines, but like neck level.
Oh, okay. Some of those shrines in themselves are neck level.
Yeah.
Some of the really hard ones I've
Yeah,
got in
exactly.
just be like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, so they're going to be
I'm
pretty
committing
full.
the next 3 hours to try and beat this one thing.
I played like
They're
2
gonna-
hours of my Zelda and it's not...
I still haven't finished it. I've really got
Yeah,
it,
neither
but
have I.
I've just got too many games to finish. Super Mario Odyssey. Now, this is a game I'm really pumped for. Have you guys watched some
I
clips
have seen that, yes.
And?
I like it.
Yeah, you do.
There was a T-Rex with a little Mario.
It's got a mustache, yeah. Like,
Does it have a mustache?
yeah, it's got a black mustache as well.
No, I
You
didn't
didn't
see the
notice that?
mustache.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I want to see that.
Yeah, when he's got the hat on, he's got a little black mustache at the
And
front.
it's got the actual Jurassic Park like sound effects as well.
Does it? I didn't
Yeah,
notice
it had
that.
the Jurassic Park T-Rex, I'm fairly sure.
Yeah, there's so much gameplay that's gone out for it because it was actually like certain parts of it were playable at E3 and it looks so much fun. Looks so good. And it's really intricate as well. And they're finally challenging some of the classic Mario conventions in that you jump off a cliff, you die.
Oh.
Sometimes you might see coins going off a cliff. If you follow those coins, you'll fall down to an extra level, kind of secret thing. So you have to collect these special, they're like moons, I believe they're called.
Okay.
Like special kind of collectible kind of things in Mario. To collect them, you're going to have to like break the conventions of Mario and actually look and find really hard to get them, which is good. They're not in those typical...
He's
You
got a
just saw
mustache.
it, didn't you?
He totally has a little mustache. Look. Everybody at home, you should look that up.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
so good. But yeah, I'm very pumped for Mario Odyssey. Let's do it.
We move on to the last one of E3 before I move on to the little secret something I got for you fellas.
A little secret something something.
Yeah, I'm,
Little secret
I'm a little
something.
concerned. As long as my face doesn't end up in
No,
jelly.
no, it's fine. Moving along.
To Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. Alrighty then. For those of you uninitiated, that is Rayman Origins, is it?
Rayman Legends.
Legends, sorry. And it is the musical levels where they get famous songs and they remix them to the level. Pretty fun. So first thing, we have the Assassin's Creed Origins trailer and gameplay trailer. So this is the new Assassin's Creed game. It was playing on the Xbox One X and drew 4K. And
4K exclusive.
Exclusive.
David with a Y. And so we did get some gameplay of that. That is, of course, set in ancient Egypt, and it is going to be the origins of the Assassin's Order. I don't think I'll be touching it.
I don't think I'll be touching it
I'm
either.
going to hold out and see how it goes because I love ancient Egypt, but I don't like Assassin's Creed, so I'm going to wait and see what the reviews are like.
The fact that it's the start and meant to be the origin of the order actually does intrigue me a bit. That somehow got me... For somebody who hasn't wanted to touch an Assassin's Creed game since... What was the last time I bought Black Flag?
Yeah.
That I played for an hour.
Yeah, I played that for probably maybe 2 hours, and then I gave up. Too much voting.
They've managed to intrigue me again, but I'm not touching it until I see...
We're going to wait for the reviews.
Good reviews.
Speaking of Black Flag, there is a Black Flag sort of spin-off game, if you will, coming out called Skull and Bones, which is the naval combat and the naval system from Black Flag, and it's making its own game. It's a multiplayer pirate game, and it is 5 versus 5 loot hunting, if you will. So you find loot, capture it, and destroy other ships. So one player will play as like a big frigate, another will play as like little tiny schooner sort of ships and stuff like that. Schooner. And you'll work together to try and get the loot and escape. But when the round is over, the winner with the most amount of loot wins. The sort of British Navy or the Spanish Inquisition, thank you, will come in and try and kill you because you're clearly a pirate, and you have to leave the area to escape with loot and win. And it looks